guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tess, if you don't know me already. I'm a licensed esthetician, and lately I have had a couple little requests for more like behind the scenes of how I do my virtual consultations. I have totally transitioned to being a virtual esthetician in this pandemic, which is pretty wild, and I didn't anticipate like having a consulting skincare business for myself, but the industry truly has changed so much in the last year because of the pandemic, and honestly, I think it's been for the best for me. I think every esthetician has to ask themselves what their strengths are and how they can play to them. I think I was great in the treatment room and I was really happy, but I do think my strengths lie in education, and I really love to like intensely dissect people's lifestyle, the holistic picture, their routine, everything that is going on, and I truly think that's like a unique skill that I have that kind of sets me apart. And I recently was talking about niching down and specializing on my Instagram, and I think it is so just underrated for estheticians. I remember the feeling of feeling like so overwhelmed in school because I felt like I looked around, and I'm sure this wasn't the case, but I felt like I looked around and everyone was good at everything. Meanwhile, I would dread giving waxes. Like, it makes me cringe. I hate it. If my job was giving waxes, like if that's what it entailed, I wouldn't be good at it and I wouldn't enjoy it. I mean, and other things we do in school, like doing makeup on the mannequin, like doing lashes, those things just weren't things that I would ever make a job. The reason I was in school was to understand skin and be a specialist in skin, and I always had a dream of making my own skincare line. So honestly, I think in school I like almost felt a little bit lost in the sauce. Like, I had blurry vision. I started to question what I was doing in school because I didn't feel like I was good at everything. And I want you guys to hear this. If you are estheticians, you do not have to be a master of all, be perfect at everything. If you are, that's incredible. And I do know estheticians who have thriving businesses who offer a bunch of different services. However, I really think today we are moving more towards having specialists. I think people really want to see a specialist for certain conditions. Like, for example, I'm a blonde, and I've had so many experiences going to hairdressers who don't truly understand blonde and how my hair can lift. So from that process, I have learned that I only want to go to people who specialize in blondes and who know their craft. It's the same thing if you are really frustrated with your acne or your rosacea. You want to go to somebody who has a high level of education and who offers a service that is specialized and catered to that condition, more so than just somebody who does it all, because everybody has individual skills, and it is just, you know, more of a guessing game when you're going somewhere that does everything. What you don't truly know, like, what is this provider best at, like what is their skill. So that's why I really advocate for leaning into the things you love. It's okay if you don't know right away, especially in school. Just try everything, be a sponge, but pay attention to the things that excite you, that you feel like you have a knack for, and just know that it is totally okay to specialize and just be really great at one or two things. It will take you so far. And I remember like hearing that for the first time and feeling like a weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I had hope for the career. And that's what I do now. In my virtual consults, I sit down with people for an hour and we discuss their skin history, their lifestyle, the products they use. It's not just like, hey, like I use a cleanser and a moisturizer. Okay, cool, check, check. No, I want to know the exact names and the products. I want to look at the ingredients. I want to take apart everything you're doing in a day, because it's those small things and what you put on your skin every day, how you eat, how you sleep, your stress level, that add up to the big picture. And I don't know if I'm like exposing my secret, but I don't feel like many people are doing consultations on this level. So I truly think it is my niche and my specialty to take apart routines and analyze them and look at how I can make powerful transformations by tweaking certain things. And I have to play detective and find the little red flags. And it's interesting because a lot of times people are attached to things such as like their oil cleanser or not cleansing in the morning, using certain comedogenic products or makeup, or they think they see the most results from using certain things that are actually really harming their skin. So it's a fine line of talking to people and paying attention to those cues, but being firm in what you know and know that you are the expert. And giving advice, I think, gets easier with time, but I want to be more transparent about all my tips and tricks and challenges I go through with my clients. Definitely want to feature a lot more of that on my podcast, and how I overcome certain things, because I think this career is the best, but there are so many little like hidden challenges that you kind of just like learn as you go. But I always wish I had I don't know, more advice when I was just figuring things out in the career. So hopefully I can spare you guys some time, and you're gonna make your own mistakes. But I do think it's really important to have people to look to in the industry that can pass on their insights and knowledge and hopefully inspire you guys. That is my whole goal. So I have a consult, and this is a tip I have if you have friends or family who are like always asking about your services. And maybe, I mean, I've gotten to the point where I'm just straight up, and I typically charge my family and friends. I just say, oh, like I'll say something like, oh, I feel so bad charging you, but like here's my rate. It is your time, and especially when you are at a certain level, you deserve to be compensated for your services. That said, I do have like certain friends and family who I'm just like, I don't want to charge them, like, or they've done something great for me. So I want to give them the service. Like, for example, I have a friend who has come on my podcast. I offered her a free consultation because I don't know, I know she's taken the time for me before. My web designer, I want her to know what the process is like, so I've given her a free consultation and services. My friend Tara, I'm gonna give her a free consult today, and she is going to give me content, and I asked her if it was okay if I filmed parts of the consultation to show you guys more about the process. And yeah, I think the industry is also shifting away from free consultations. That kind of just used to be the thing to get people in the door. I think we're now realizing like our services and education are so valuable. I know my clients can take the information they get from me in one session and literally take it with them through their whole life and better care for their skin. So I know the value of it. But in this case, I really want to offer my friend some help, and I am grateful because she is going to let you guys in on the process, and I'm just really grateful because I know our skin struggles are vulnerable. So huge shout out to Tara for helping me with this video. Tara is one of my best friends from college. We call each other our same stars. And it's just like a little saying because we feel like we're like soul sisters, like synced on like a really special level. I'm sure you guys have that friend that's just like, they know your heart and I don't know, are just so special to you. Tara is that person for me, and she lives in New York. But ever since we met in college in the same sorority, we've just been like so intertwined. And she's the cutest human ever. She is a curator for an art gallery in New York, but you guys will see she's just adorable. Okay, I'm gonna give her a call and turn the camera on once we get a little into the consult. Okay guys, I usually spend about 15 plus minutes before my consults. I take the time, honestly, to get centered, make sure I have good energy, because you're just talking to random people you've never met. So I want to be my best self. I don't want to be frazzled. A lot of times I will set the tone, light a candle, put my diffuser on, and just make sure I have good energy, because you'll just find in talking to many people throughout the day, having a lot of appointments and just exchanging a lot of energies, it's just so important to stay grounded. And with all the things that can come up in life, I just find it's really important to be grounded and centered and calm, and you don't want to be late or rushing. So I really suggest, whether you are a virtual SD or in a spa treatment room, make sure you have plenty of time before the appointment to get like kind of acclimated to your environment, get centered, and then of course always review your client's notes. So Tara sent me her intake form, which I have an intake form for all my clients before the appointment. I want to go through any medications they're taking, what products they're using, any history of things like depression, anxiety, underlying inflammation, health conditions, anything that's important that I know, whether they're on birth control, whether they're on prescription topicals. I go through all of their products and see if there's anything that gives me like a red flag. I make a little note of it, and I go into each appointment with a list of questions I want to ask my virtual clients, as well as knowing a little background about them. So I don't know if you guys can see, I can't see too much, but this is Tara. She honestly has great skin. I know she had a history of acne, and she has been on the prescription retinol Tretinoin for I think years and years, and she's on a 0.05 percentage. I know some estheticians take issue with Tretinoin. I personally don't. I use it, I love it. It has been revolutionary for my acne. It's not for everybody, and you really have to ease into it and work up to it, but it really has, for me, helped me take a preventative stance against aging, and it has truly helped manage my acne so well. But it just depends on the person. Some people are better off with an over-the-counter retinol. I think with Tara, Tretinoin has been beneficial. It's worked for her. You can tell her skin has a really pretty glow to it and some life to it. She's on a professional strength vitamin C. I want to ask her how long she's been using that. And she uses a La Roche-Posay cleanser, which I'm kind of whatever about. I know a lot of dermatologists and some estheticians like it. I don't have like a good or bad opinion of it. It's not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a red flag, as long as she's using the right one for her skin type. So we're gonna talk to her more about her skin and her skin type. She's using a couple like Sephora masks, such as the Glow Recipe Overnight Mask and the Kiehl's Recovery Oil, which to me, those are things I'd prefer to take out. Gosh, the Kiehl's oil, it's a product I see all the time that just has an abundance of essential oils, a lot of oil. So with people who are acne prone, to me, it's not the best. I know some people really, really love it. I would prefer to take it out of the routine and have Tara on a different oil if she does need one. The Glow Recipe thing, I think, is doing nobody any favors. It's just a bunch of fragrance, alcohol. It has some hyaluronic acid, but it's something that's probably doing more harm than good to her. And something she's told me is she just feels frustrated because she goes to Sephora. She has no idea what to get or what to buy or why she's using certain things. So that is another reason that virtual consults can be hugely beneficial. Okay, I am ready. Now I'm gonna actually give her a call and set the camera up. Hi! How's it going?
So how are you?
I'm good, how are you? How is How's your day?
Just working.
Yeah. How was the day?
It's good. I actually had my mood board was due for our design for our center, so that was like kind of fun work.
That's so fun. I'm excited to help.
Thank you. I look so tired. Good God.
Oh my gosh, no. I was just looking at your photos, and I mean, you have great skin. There's nothing like alarming, but tell me from your perspective, like what are your main concerns?
I think I just like always feel like I look so blah. And acne scars are like really starting to, they always bothered me, but now that I don't have like active acne, I feel like I can like actually start taking care of them now. So like I have like the pits on my cheeks, and then I have like dark marks around, and I feel like I'm starting to get lines on my forehead, and I think that's because I don't wear sunscreen religiously, which I need to, right?
Yes, especially with Tretinoin.
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah, I need to be better about that.
Yeah,
I've been really good about it.
Yeah.
Do you have a good one that you like that doesn't break you out? Anything that I've tried that has not been like, I just feel like usually it makes me break out, and then I'll get like frustrated, so I'll stop.
Yeah. What have you tried?
I tried the Goop one. That one didn't work. Any like drug, like the Neutrogena.
Oh yeah, no,
not good.
Have you tried Ulta?
Ones with like zinc, I think, is what's the problem.
Oh really? Okay. Have you tried Ulta MD?
Which one?
Ulta MD UV clear. Okay, that's usually like the gold standard of like basically like acne safe sunscreen. It is zinc, it is mineral based, but it is oil free. I've never heard of it being a problem for anybody.
Okay.
And it does have a low concentration of niacinamide, so it's very calming. I think you'll like it. It's not non-greasy, like blends out really easy. Doesn't feel like anything. Yeah. So actually after we talk, I'm gonna type up a little treatment plan with everything in it, so it'll just all be there for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Okay, can you walk me through what you do for your skin in the morning and at night specifically?
Yeah, so in the morning I wash my face with that, like, I think I sent it to you, Rocher, Rocher, whatever, like regular cleanser. And then I do vitamin C because you told me to, and I got the Obagi one.
Okay, is it, what percentage is it, do you know?
15.
Okay, good. And it's been fine for you? No stinging, no breakouts? Good, okay.
And I've been using it for, I can't remember when we had that conversation. Do you remember me asking you a couple months ago, like, what vitamin C should I get?
I'm always nervous because vitamin C can be, like, I don't know, can be hit or miss with some people.
Yeah, no, it's totally great.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really see what it's doing for me, but I'm imagining it's doing good things.
Yes.
It's not causing any harm.
No. Vitamin C, very important for collagen, pigmentation, but honestly, everything you're doing, I hate to say it, is kind of useless if you are not wearing sunscreen every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I need to, like, get over the hurdle. Because I was in Colorado, like, hiking under the craziest sun every single day in the winter, and I was, like, not putting on sunscreen.
No good. Okay.
And then I'm, like, complaining that I have wrinkles.
Let's find you one you like, because if you don't like using it, you're not going to want to use it every day.
Yeah. So I do that, and then I either use the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid or the one that starts with an N.
Okay.
You spoke the word earlier.
Yeah, niacinamide. Okay. How do you feel about either of those? Have you seen any
I don't really see any difference in any direction.
Okay.
I put them on my face and hope for the best.
Okay. Do you put the hyaluronic on after the vitamin C?
After, yeah.
Okay. So I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a big, I don't feel strongly for either of those two, but if you are going to use the hyaluronic, always use it on damp skin first. So apply it on damp skin. That's going to hold in the water. Otherwise it could make you feel more dry if you're putting it on dry skin. So hyaluronic first and then vitamin C.
Okay. Hyaluronic first, vitamin C on dry skin. But my skin is so dry, so on damp skin. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, and you're in like the coldest weather. I don't know, maybe that's something we can find you a substitute for, because with hyaluronic, you really want a high quality, certain type of molecule. If you're just getting a general over-the-counter or the ordinary one, it probably won't do too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really see it doing.
Okay. Okay. And the niacinamide, it doesn't irritate you in any way, right? Okay. Okay. Would you say your skin is pretty like strong and sturdy? Like it can tolerate most products?
Yeah. Besides weirdly sunscreen, and then right now that it's so dry, I don't know what's causing that. I think maybe overdetermined by the season and it being so cold. I don't know. But my skin has never been like this dry.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to have just like it's normal to combination, but now it feels like very dry.
Yeah. Well, you're in New York. You're in an environment that's very like cold and not a lot of moisture in the air right now. Okay. And your cleanser that you use, is it like a foamy cleanser?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Does it feel like tight or dry after you cleanse?
I don't really notice.
Okay.
I could pay attention to that, but I don't really notice.
Okay. Okay. Stop me if I'm talking too much. Okay. Maybe we get you like a more gentle, creamy cleanser that's usually the less foaming, the less drying cleansers are.
Okay.
So maybe
do you want me to tell you what this one is actually called? I think it's a gel.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. You want to get it?
Hi, friends.
Guys, this is Tara.
Hi.
Love of my life.
We're so lucky that you guys get to work with Tessa.
They just watch
can't
me.
speak in my normal voice when you're in front.
I'm putting me on video. Your voice is on video.
Hello, video.
Hello, YouTube. Okay. She says hello. Yeah, I would say, I mean, if you were normal to oily, it could be a great choice, or maybe just at night you can use, but maybe we get you something less drying.
Okay.
If you want.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And then in the morning, then you use moisturizer after your serum?
Yeah.
Okay, which one? Let's see. I don't know if you put that.
I like use a different one every time I go into Sephora.
Really?
This is the latest one I've used.
Okay, how's it working for you?
I don't think it's doing enough.
Don't think it's doing enough. Okay. Is it the Dr. Jart serum cream? Okay. Okay. Don't love moisture.
Feels nice. I like a thicker, like a heftier moisturizer, and I like always have. But I don't know that it's having the effect that it feels like it's having when I put it on, because it's kind of waxy, which is nice. But then I feel like my skin's dry in like an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Noted. Feels dry in an hour. And now when you wash your face, would you say you use like what temperature water? Do you use hotter water?
Yeah, warm water.
Okay. Would you say it's hot or just kind of lukewarm?
Probably closer to hot.
Okay. That's one of the fastest ways to dry you out. So I would say it's tough, especially when you're probably so cold. You want like long hot showers, but I would lean more towards like when you do put your face under the water, using cooler temperatures and trying to keep showers not too long. Some of my clients, even like super dry people, might wash their face outside of the shower so they're not in there as long, and so they're not using the same temperature water on their skin. I'll leave that up to you, but yeah, the shorter the better, and the cooler the less drying. So okay, so that's the morning time, and then usually no sunscreen. Okay, gotcha. And then what do you do in the evenings?
Wash it with the same stuff.
Okay.
And then I put on Tretinoin.
Okay.
And then I had that Kiehl's like midnight recovery oil.
Okay.
So I'll put that on. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be putting that on first. I think I was told Tretinoin is always first, so I always put that on. And then I let it dry a little bit.
Probably need a moisturizer after your Tretinoin, especially at night, before the oil.
Okay.
Yes. How do you feel about the Kiehl's? No feelings.
I have honestly not found anything for I like loved.
Okay.
Like literally ever. The only thing that I actually see a difference with, and it's probably placebo effect, is you know those like Neutrogena sheet masks that are blue?
Oh no. Yeah. You love those?
Yeah, those are the only things that like make my skin look different. Other than that, it's just like a carousel of products that I feel indifferent about.
I think, yeah, that's the time when that is the time for professional products, and usually like the difference maker, because things that are over the counter are not intended to produce that much change, because they want anyone to be able to go and pick something up and like it not be too damaging. So getting products through professionals usually will give you better results, and they're products that have more science and withstood more clinical trials. So I think this is going to be good. Yeah. And how long have you been on Tretinoin?
Like on and off for a couple of years. As long as I've been on the spironolactone. I think they prescribed it to me at the same time in college, and then have taken like time off it and gone back on it.
Okay. I'm on the same prescription, by the way. The 0.05. Not spironolactone. Tretinoin. How many times a week would you say you use it?
Every night.
Every night. Okay. And you don't notice irritation? Okay.
No.
Wow. Okay. You have pretty strong skin. Spironolactone. How long have you been on that?
Also off and on since college.
Okay. Did they tell you? Okay. Usually with that medication, I think a lot of people end up staying on it for years and years, like longer than they probably should have, but it is a blood pressure medication. If you don't have a lot of active acne, I don't know, it might be something to check in with your doctor about, because you're not intended to be on it for long periods of time. You were breaking out. What type of breakouts were they? Were they kind of like hormonal, jawline, cystic?
Yeah, I kind of get them especially on my cheeks, weirdly. So that's why I have so much of my scarring. It's like here and here and here.
Okay. What would a normal day in your life of eating entail? Breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Eating. Oh, I'm so bad at keeping the routine about food, but I don't eat gluten and I don't drink milk. Sometimes I'll have cheese, but that's if it's like a special occasion sort of thing.
It's not like a weekly thing, or?
It depends. Like in my old life, when I was like going out, when pre-COVID, I would eat a lot more. Yeah. But like I don't often buy it for myself unless it's like my mom was here and we like that's my garbage disposal. Like what is that noise?
What is it?
It was the garbage disposal and it just like goes off by itself. I don't know why it does that.
Okay.
Your teeth are so white.
I have a new teeth whitening sponsor. It's like a really cool tray. You put the serum on and then you put the tray in and then you plug it into your phone and it lights up an LED thing.
What?
Yeah, it's so cool, and I have like the most sensitive teeth, so it doesn't cause any sensitivity. So I have it. I'm really excited about it.
It looks amazing.
Really?
Thank
you.
Good.
Thank you. I needed it because I was drinking so much coffee.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is about quarantine, but I think it's just like a free-for-all.
Yeah. No, me too. I'm drinking. Yeah. This is a chai, but it's caffeine-free because I won't sleep if I have it too much past 5.
No.
But yeah, no, coffee like 3 a day. Some days.
No, it's bad. It's bad. I make you cool. You're the cool one. I was telling YouTube friends about you and what you do and how we met.
My God, love.
Just love at first sight.
Same stars.
Same. I literally told them about same stars.
That warms my heart.
I know. You warm my heart. Okay. Anything else we haven't talked about in the routine? Maybe like something you exfoliate with or makeup product?
I don't really wear foundation. I wear like concealer and mascara and blush, and that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just saw my dermatologist randomly. I forgot that I made the appointment last week. And I meant to look this up beforehand. She gave me, the problem is I see a different person every time now that it's quarantine and it's on the computer.
That's annoying.
They just like teleprompt you into anyone. And she was wearing, I don't know, I'm sure it's super hard what they're going through. She was literally in the office. But, like, we did not stay on the phone very long at all, and she just, like, prescribed me 3 things.
What did she prescribe?
I don't even know. Here, I'm sorry.
For what?
I should have looked this up beforehand. It was so kind of bizarre. I was basically just saying the same things that I had said to you, that my face was really dry and feeling really dull, and I really wanted to start working on my acne scars, and she was like, okay, do this. She told me to start, what reminded me, she told me to start exfoliating. And she said to use either the Somme Institute. They're like pads, or I don't remember what the other company was. Okay, and then she
Does it say what kind of pads they are? Like glycolic?
She didn't say they were just like exfoliating pads. Okay, let me look up one more thing. Because my pharmacy doesn't deliver to my new location. So I have to change it. Okay, so one of them is ARAZLO lotion. And then the other one is, I'm not even going to try, AYLATOPICPLUS.
Okay, if you send me the ingredients, I can look at those, but I've never heard of those names.
Okay. And then the other one is generic for Loprox, if that means anything.
For what?
I'll send them to you.
Okay, yeah, send them to me.
But I didn't feel them yet because I was a little like thrown off by the fact that we literally talked for like 5 minutes and she was like, oh yeah, and I just prescribed 3 things to me without explaining to me what I was doing.
Right. No, yeah, for sure. That's legitimate. I mean, I don't think you need anything prescription for dryness. Yeah, like you're not using a moisturizer at night, you are washing with hot water. So say let's add hydration in for sure, but like some of those like basic things I think will help. And you do need exfoliation because especially with tretinoin, it's turning over those cells. You need something to like lift them off, or you're just gonna feel like yucky and feel dry skin cells.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Okay, yay.
Oh, I don't have any masks that I like either, so if there's one that you like.
Yeah.
I really like sheet masks. I like that, only that one, but I find them, I don't do them very often because you have to sit in one place. Mm-hmm. So if there's one that's not a sheet mask that you really like.
What kind of mask do you feel like is most beneficial? Do you feel like, okay, first let me ask, do you feel like you're oily at any point in the day? No, just mostly dry. You want something hydrating. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to mention for acne scarring, truly the best things are vitamin C and tretinoin. If you want more results and you've like done those things consistently, microneedling truly is the best thing, and it is a little bit of an investment, but I think it's very much worth your while, and it's also going to reproduce the collagen you lose over the course of a year. So it's kind of like doing those a couple times a year is great to like replenish that collagen, and to truly like acne scarring is deeper in the skin, so you need something that's going to like target those deeper layers, and actually like reproduce the collagen to fill in those areas where you've lost tissue and volume.
I'm also trying to drink more water, and I know that is an issue. I have my water here, my hot lemon water here, my bottled water here.
Good. Okay, so and here's the thing about drinking water. Obviously it's so good for your body, but only a tiny little percentage of the water you drink reaches your skin cells. So we also want to do things that are hydrating topically and not over compromise your barrier by like using the wrong cleanser or using super hot water.
Okay.
So keep
the hot
drinking.
water thing is I had no idea.
Yeah, that's one of the worst. And another good thing you can do is put a humidifier next to your bed.
I have one.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Yeah. Do you notice that helps at all? I mean, you don't have a moisturizer, so I think we need that at night.
Yeah. But I get the Dr. Jart one at night then? Or are you going to get me one that's better?
Yeah. I have one that I think is great if you want a recommendation, if you feel like you haven't been able to find anything. Yeah, okay. I'll put that in your little treatment plan. I think we should be exfoliating probably like twice a week. We don't need to overdo it with tretinoin. It's kind of, you just want to be careful not to overdo it. But again, I think you do need like twice a week to kind of like slough away those dead skin cells.
And is that what's an exfoliant? Like a scrub?
Yeah, so there are different types. There's different types. You can use chemical or you can use physical. I think if you're using tretinoin nightly, we probably are better off with a physical, just so we're not overdoing it with acids and retinols. And I think physical is actually, it works better hand in hand with tretinoin to actually like lift off those cells. But we want something gentle and with a round particle, so it's not gonna like be abrasive. So I will find you that too. No active breakouts anymore, really, right?
No.
That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
So probably means you had like an androgen imbalance, and that was what was causing your breakouts, if the spironolactone has helped. Do they have you doing like blood tests? while you're on it?
Not regularly. They did it when they put me on it originally.
Okay, probably should. And that can make you dehydrated as well, different medications.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something to know. And good, you are drinking a lot of water. Sleep. How much sleep do you feel like you get? Not enough?
So
I had a feeling.
Yeah. I've had insomnia for so long, and it comes and goes. And it's definitely stress related, even if I'm like dealing with my stress.
Yeah.
As I think I am, I still, I mean, with work, it's so crazy. Like, I think it's just going to be something I fight with for a long time. But I did, exciting news, just order a weighted blanket.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've been thinking about it for forever. So let's see if that helps.
I hope that helps. I have one. I actually forgot about it, but it is I feel like it's a good thing. Do you have
You don't use it?
I just forgot about it. I put it in a basket somewhere, and mine is actually, I think it's too heavy. At first I had a smaller one, and I think that was better. Do you feel like you have like a little nighttime routine you do to kind of wind down? Sometimes that can help.
Nothing beyond the usual. I usually try to like shut my phone off.
Yeah.
And I read.
I just finished Tara's consult, and I'm having some hot lemon water, which I used to have like religiously, and I just forgot about it, but always makes me feel so healthy and good. So I'm gonna have that. I have a bunch of laundry to fold, and then I need to type up Tara's treatment plan, which usually takes me about 40 minutes. My process is like very personalized and very in-depth. I talk to somebody for an hour, and then I type up a whole treatment plan covering like lifestyle, diet, any kind of things they can better do in their routine, as well as what products I recommend for them and how they can use them. And then I write out their whole like morning and nighttime schedule and routine. So I know that's gonna take me some time, and I feel like laundry is just endless. But I'm such a crazy person about towels and sheets and pillowcases. I wash them like every 2 to 3 days, just because I know how much the bacteria can affect the skin. So that is a tip I have. If you are struggling with acne, really look at it from a bacteria standpoint and look at how you can minimize it on your towels, sheets, pillowcases, and do not use Tide. If you are using Tide, gotta cut it out, replace with a free and clear detergent, because that can really, dryer sheets and detergent with fragrance, those like conventional ones with a lot of fragrance, can be literally like just fueling the acne fire. So switch out your detergent if you need to. I'm getting kind of peckish and I want a snack, but it's almost dinner time. I wish I had cashew butter, but I'm out. Just gonna snack on these strawberries. Something I randomly just thought of was how much of an impact taking peanut butter out of my diet helped with my skin. Switching to cashew butter has literally been life-changing. I would have spoonfuls of peanut butter daily. Like, I was addicted, and I would get these little tiny whiteheads. Rarely break out anymore. It's probably like the one major thing that has changed. I noticed the biggest change when I transitioned to professional skincare and like actually using the right things for once. But I think so much of acne, although the cause is unknown, so much of it is triggered internally by food and oil production. So cutting peanut butter out was a big one. Never thought I could do it. You would be surprised. I know there's so many people who feel like they could never give up peanuts or peanut butter or cheese, dairy. There's so many like alternatives these days. I think people would be surprised if they get to that point with their skin where they need to make diet changes because their skin is suffering. You can do it. You really can. And it has a big impact. It does take time. It can take up to 6 weeks to see the differences from eliminating certain things. A lot of times a little bit longer than that, but I highly encourage it because it is about the whole picture, not just the products you put on your face. I'm always literally drowning in piles of laundry, but I'm gonna fold while I talk to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed kind of listening to Tara's consultation. I tried to include pretty much all of it until my camera died, and I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna edit things because you guys are probably gonna get bored like listening to the whole thing. But I feel like the key takeaways really are how important it is to ask people what exactly are the steps they are doing in the morning and at night. If you don't, you'll miss things, and there's a big chance people are using things incorrectly or using them in the wrong order. We found out Tara is using a prescription strength retinol, not wearing sunscreen, which is like skin mistake #1. And at the same time, her biggest concerns are anti-aging and hyperpigmentation. So I let her know how important it is to use sunscreen, especially when using topicals that are exfoliating. So we're getting her on the sunscreen train immediately. I think something that comes up for a lot of people who have a history of acne, they associate sunscreen with breaking out. So it really is important, and sometimes with sunscreen it's trial and error of finding what works for somebody, but you do need to find what works for them, because if it doesn't work and it breaks them out, they're not going to want to wear it. Not wearing sunscreen is also terrible for acne, texture, and scarring. Just horrible for the skin in general. Horrible if you have acne because it does contribute to that inflammation. But especially bad for people with pitting because the sun does break down collagen. Meaning even if her skin was trying to heal and repair from that trauma, without protecting those collagen stores, she's gonna have a hard time, and she's gonna be continuously frustrated by that pitting. I also let her know that microneedling, like if your client has been using prescription strength retinol, they have been using vitamin C like Tara is, I did suggest, of course she needs to use sunscreen, but I did suggest she think about microneedling as a treatment down the line. I try to be like really upfront with people if they're wanting to target something that's tough to treat, such as like true acne pitting, where it's like deeper in the dermal layers, where their trauma is. I try to like tell them off the bat, hey, we can do XYZ, but you probably need, if that's truly one of your biggest insecurities, you probably need microneedling, which is an investment, but that is probably the shortest, the best shortcut for you getting what you want, in addition to making sure you have these healthy skin practices and you're doing the right things in your routine. Tara was complaining of being super dry, but she actually wasn't using a moisturizer at night. She was just using oil, which is why her skin is dry. She's not getting the hydration she needs, especially living in New York with super cold temperatures right now. So we're getting her on a moisturizer ASAP. I am recommending to her the Intense Peptide Moisturizer from Glymed, which is fantastic. It is one of their richer creams without being pore clogging. So, and that's something else I love about Glymed. All of their products are non-comedogenic, which is not foolproof, but it is great to know Tara can likely use that product for deeper hydration without suffering from more breakouts. I will put the link to my Glymed store in the notes below in case anybody wants to shop from Glymed. If you need recommendations, shoot me a little DM on Instagram. But so far I've been loving Glymed, and I've had a lot of success treating certain conditions with Glymed because they have such specific targeted products that are amazing, and clients really seem to love them. So far I am super happy, and that's the most important thing for my clients, to make sure they're happy. Tara also said she feels like she's tried everything and she's never felt like anything worked. I know there's some debate about if professional grade truly is any better than over the counter. To me, like, the proof is in the pudding. I know once she tries these products, she is going to see and feel the difference. So I am so excited for her. This is like what I live for, like these transformations where people are like, oh, your skincare can actually be useful and helpful and not just do nothing. So super excited, and I will let you guys know how her treatment plan, how it goes.